Welcome everyone to Terry Tripp Arts. This is an art book review. This book's called The Art Book. What a great title. Big Ideas Simply Explained. Now this is a hardback copy of this book, and I would say this is a good book for students that are wanting to learn art in general. If they don't have a background in art, this is a neat book to read, and you can see we have the table of contents here. This book does have some brief nudity because it is a book of art history, so just be concerned about that if that's not allowed in your school or home or whatever. But as you see here, this is kind of like the Cliff Notes on art history. So if you're new to art or you're just curious about art in general, this is a good book for you. And it's very simplified, it's clearly explained, so it's not a lot of the academic confusion. You may have some trouble pronouncing some of these artists' name if you are new to art history, but you can see the timelines, the different sections here of art history, different periods, as we call them. And these pictures are pretty clear, pretty quality pictures here. I know I had an art book before that was black and white, and it was just, I can't believe they would make a black and white art history book, but it was a newer book. But this one has bright, vibrant photos, nice colors, quality prints. And what I like to do here is I like to go ahead and just flip through the majority of the pages here. This is a larger book, so I don't know if we'll get through every page. You kind of get the gist here as it's going through all the different periods of art history. But I like to kind of show you what is here. That way, if you're interested in buying this book, you're paying for what you're really getting. Okay, you're not guessing. I've purchased many books before where I saw the first couple of pages online and I had no idea what would come after that, and you're just kind of taking a gamble, and sometimes the book is great and sometimes it's not. But I'm going to just be honest with you, this is a pretty good book. And if you're teaching an art history class, or even you wanted to throw in some beginning art history into your beginning art class, I would say this is not a bad book to choose. Now there is just some, there's art history nudity is what you could call it. Art history nudity is in it, so you got to make sure that's all cleared with your admin and your school to make sure you're not going to get in trouble for that. But overall, it's nothing grotesque and it's nothing abused at all. It's just put in where it is in history. We can't really change history, and unless if you want to censor all the pictures, there's really nothing we can do. So it is art history. If you go into the museum, you're going to see the same thing. So it's not showing anything super shocking here. So as you can see, we are over halfway through flipping through this book. And what I like about it are the pictures are big and the writing is simplified. It's simplified. It's not too overwhelming. You don't have a tiny picture and 4 pages of text. The columns even help the readability of this. It makes it seem faster and smoother here. But once again, this is an art book in the sense of it is an art history book. This isn't a book to teach you how to draw or paint, but to have you be familiar and somewhat knowledgeable in all the paintings and creations that came before us. And of course, if you're a real serious artist, you probably should have at least some sort of general understanding of the art that took place prior. It's helpful. It's helpful to be knowledgeable of that, so when we are showing our art in galleries or talking about it online, we know how to reference things. If someone comes up and says, "Oh, that your painting kind of looks like it was inspired by Basquiat," and you have no idea who that is, it's probably going to be somewhat embarrassing. Or Kandinsky, or Rembrandt, or whatever. Those are kind of names that you might want to, or Dali, names that you want to be somewhat familiar with if you're interested in being somewhat serious at making arts. Or Pollock, look at all these. I mean, this is fun stuff too. This is really interesting, fun stuff. So as you can see, I'm just kind of flipping through here. So you can have a general understanding glossary. And this is like a great textbook if you want to use it as that. And that is it. So hopefully that gives you somewhat of an understanding of what is in this book, the art book. Big Ideas Simply Explained. So I hope that kind of helped you if you're thinking about buying this book or you're looking for an art history book to read. Yeah, I'll catch you next time at Terry Tripp Art.